Would that almost hit the table?
Yeah.
Both are pretty serious.
Both
Serious.
Seriously serious.
Now
I'm
seriously
serious.
The original fart collection.
No! We're not doing that.
You know what I really appreciated over the last couple of days that I've noticed is the push of like trans femme Peter Parker on the internet.
That's been a fun thing to see on.
How have I missed that?
I don't know how you've missed it. I mean, you probably just don't. Oh, you've also missed it.
But also, I check social media maybe once I try my best to not.
I mean, it might be that I'm specifically getting it from Evie's timeline, potentially. Yeah. But yeah, essentially. So, I want to say that the origin point of it specifically is there was an interview with Tom Holland, post the new Odyssey movie came out, or it was some snippet of him talking about that, where he's
it was like Hunter Schafer talking about.
Well, no, there's something before that.
Oh, there's something before that, okay.
Yes, where Tom Holland essentially says, that the Odyssey is his last chance to, play a boy in a movie, which is more speaking to the fact that Tom Holland is...
He's 30.
He's 30, and he has just always looked like a baby, basically.
He's a baby face.
Yes. So, one could, take that at face value and be like, oh, that's probably just him, finally seeing himself
like Michael
aging.
Cera.
Yeah.
Michael Cera?
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Yeah.
But yeah, him finally realizing, okay, I think I'm aging finally at a point where, I can't get away with just playing, a literal teenager like a Peter Parker or whatever. And then there was a thing after that where Hunter Schafer was
talking about spending time with,
Tom Holland and Zendaya.
Yeah, and she has Tom his number in her phone as Sister Tom.
Yes. And,
you can read a lot into that.
You can read a lot into that. There's also an old clip of Tom Holland probably immediately after, his first appearance as Spider-Man, where he's on, lip sync battles or whatever, where he's, full on, girl moding, to the point where you're like,
For viewers,
consideration.
For viewers who don't know, Tom Holland is Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
That's right. That's the one that everyone knows him for.
That lip sync battle is fun because you also see Zendaya in that clip, and she's looking at him, and she's like, yeah,
considerations.
Yeah.
And Zendaya is Michi.
And Zendaya is Michi.
Yes, Zendaya is Michi. But
there's
yeah.
that, and then people just start doing art of trans femme Peter Parker.
Yes, where essentially it's just what if Peter Parker transitioned and now Spider-Man is Spider-Woman, which was already a Spider-Woman, but it is the traditional Spider-Man having transitioned, and the joke is that Jonah Jameson is full on ally mode for for Parker, but he fucking hates Spider-Woman as that's terrible representation for the trans community. It's just it's great.
Yeah.
That sounds cute.
I want to see this, willed into existence, but it will never happen. Unless Tom Holland does
Tom Holland transitions.
However, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, Tom Holland's business is Tom Holland's business.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun understanding of J. Jonah Jameson as a character to know that just hey, look, trans ally, but also
fuck Spider-Man.
Still hates Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's a menace.
He's a menace.
gonna
How can
say,
you
like,
trust someone who puts on a mask and beats people up, even if it's for good stuff?
Yeah, that's
I was gonna
right.
say they're probably not gonna do it, but also if you did make that, if you did go with that film idea and really drag that out, there'd be a lot of angry discourse on the internet, giving it a lot of visibility and attention.
I see. I
So,
see
like,
the way.
just throwing that out there.
Bree is thinking of it on a like corporate level where they are just purely trying to like bait engagement.
I mean, you don't even have to
You
bait
could put pronouns in it. Oh, people love talking about how much they hate pronouns on every website,
I mean-
every platform.
I mean, just look at the fucking Odyssey, which is inherently not anything.
Everyone would be talking about it, but you know, they're not going to do that.
What we view's connected by cast or crew, deciding the next film that's the gist. Put it on the list.
Hi everyone, and welcome to your favorite bi-weekly podcast.
Are we their favorite? I don't
I'm
like to assume.
dictating that we are their favorite.
Okay, Jay
If
insists.
you're if we're your favorite bi-weekly podcast, then thank you. And also, you should update your definition of bi-weekly.
And podcast, quite frankly.
You
Raise
should
the
also
bar a
post
little.
about it in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
So, drive up the engagement even more.
But specifically post about it in the comments of our Uma Musume episode.
Anyways, we're the Queer Film Club podcast where every couple of weeks we gather together to discuss a movie of one of ours choosings, and then the next person in the rotation connects their choice by either cast or crew. First person in the rotation, introduce yourself.
I think we're a poly-weekly podcast. I'm Bridget.
Hi, Bridget. Second person.
I'm Evie.
Third person.
Out of the inkwell comes Bree.
What is that a reference to?
Coco the clown. Anyway,
Oh, Coco the Clown
you know.
from Fletcher.
I'm Jay, and I have no idea what the fuck
He's
you all
the-
are talking
yeah,
about.
It's the same company that made Betty Boop.
No, I know
The girl who's
who
made of pen
Fleischer
and ink, who
animations
can win you with a
are.
wink.
Oh, I
Ain't she cute?
see.
And problematic, unfortunately, but
I mean, that's Fleischer and... Bridget.
Betty Boop
Bridget.
Betty Boop, the character, is not inherently problematic. Certain
It kind
episodes.
of is.
remember when she does that
As a-
Native American dance and she
as a
doesn't tell us
depiction-
that?
Certain episodes. That's like everything. You can watch episodes of DuckTales where it's extraordinarily
I
problematic.
can't
yes.
think of one episode of it that my
can
father
tell
didn't
you some
show me as a
truths.
kid
I
that
can't
isn't.
believe that Bridget is out here trying to speak against the problematic nature of like Fleischer animations.
Name 3 episodes that aren't problematic. Go.
That would inherently require her to name the episodes of Fleischer animation.
Oh yeah, it's been well discussed in various places, like how like early animation used a lot of borrowed a lot of visual elements from like minstrel shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like stuff that like kind of like ended up kind of being like sanitized as things goes up, as kind of like as it went on, like was originally like minstrel show shit.
Yeah, and then it just had like enough of it like sandpapered off that,
And
and
it's not even necessarily recognizable as it anymore, but that is where it came from.
yeah. And also, you can't tell. Betty Boop is like a terrible stereotype of women as just like these big buxom babes who are like brain
That's
giant
sexist.
morons.
That's different.
Yeah, with giant peanut-headed brains and their...
But that's still problematic.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
so
yeah.
problematic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Betty Boop is problematic.
She is the birthplace of
However,
mowing,
she
though,
is.
so-
Anyways, I don't feel like hashing out
wanna
a
continue
discussion on
talking.
problematic
We
media.
have other uncomfortable things
About
to
Betty
discuss
Boop
today.
specifically,
The
we're gonna have plenty to
birthplace of-
talk about in terms of sexism.
Yeah. It's just that kind of episode.
The birthplace of Moy is fucking Bambi.
What?
Yeah, the birthplace. Yeah.
Oh, of Moe?
Yeah.
Yes.
I argued
Yes.
that it was Betty Boop, but...
No, it's when you draw back the fact that,
It's Disney.
Tezuka is inspired by Disney,
Uh-huh.
Tezuka goes on to inspire so many other things, and
Yeah, A and B is C.
Anyways, last time on the podcast, we discussed Singing in the Rain, and I decided to take the easy way out and use my wild card to just jump to 2026 Obsession.
Putting you at the bottom of the list.
Hardest tonal shit.
Yeah.
I think in the history of this podcast, for sure.
No,
I think it was very fucked up in Singing in the Rain, where you sing in the rain, you can just see the girl in the background looming, like if you look deep into...
God.
That would be fucking crazy. Just like do a cut of Singing in the Rain where there's just a creepy lady like hanging out in the back.
I already miss the tap dancing in heels up and down stairs.
What you posited there, Evie, is basically the whole bit behind Too Many Cooks.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Aside from various other things that Too Many Cooks is. Did you know that guy's making a movie? The person who made Too Many Cooks
That doesn't
putting out a movie.
That really doesn't surprise me.
Wait, a Too Many Cooks movie or
no?
I think I showed you it. It's the one with where it
Buddy.
It looks kind of like a Barney.
Yeah, but it's a horror movie.
I see.
How will that differentiate, at least hopefully greatly, from the things like when I was a kid, I saw something that I saved you all from watching one time after giving it a brief overview.
What,
called
Death to Smoochie?
Yeah, Death to Smoochie.
Well, no, this is
Kind
like
of addressed a. I'm sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I interrupted you. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, it was kind of a... I wanted to discuss the movie because it was, like, a weird kind of situation of, like, the kind of movie that is, like, this is the R-rated film for the 10-year-olds who will be let see it, and thus it is a doomed property from the start. Like, there's not going to be enough money in it.
Well, specifically, I think the thing that made Death to Smoochie like a weird cultural touchstone for our generation specifically is that it aired on Comedy Central like a lot.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters as a child. I probably
That's
shouldn't
wild.
have.
No, your parents probably should not have taken you to see Death
To be fair, my father took me to see it.
Your dad probably shouldn't have taken you to
He
see
really shouldn't have. It's not a good movie.
What were you going to say, Evie? It seemed like you had a thought.
Oh no, I didn't have anything.
Oh, okay, for sure.
But, you know, if you were 10, you were like, yeah, fuck Barney. I used to like it, but now I don't. I'm cool. Yeah, kill him.
This Buddy appears to be a different flavor. It's more of a, like, I would argue, like a Five Nights to Freddy's, Five Nights at Freddy's type deal where, you know, it is, you know, has the face of like a cutesy mascot thing, but actually it is scary.
Oh, so it's like the Banana Splits movie.
Yes.
I'm intrigued to see what comes of it. Like,
Yeah, the thing, at least so far, is they haven't put out a trailer that actually tells you what the movie is
it's
about.
still vague, and I like that. I prefer to go in like that.
Yeah. Anyways,
But speaking of films that have been directed by comedy internet people,
we're still winding up. You're always so quick to
I'm not
jump.
trying to lead us into it.
Well,
I'm
we
just
haven't-
saying that's the subject of
Yeah,
today.
we haven't said what the movie we're watching.
Yes, I did.
Did you? Did you say Obsession?
Yeah, I said Obsession. I said
Yeah, she did.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about Obsession this week. Before we get to that, does anyone have, like, catching up specifically that they want to talk about? Because I don't really have anything that I want to
No, I mean, I'm disillusioned with streaming because of the Twitch shit with AI, so I'm just like, I'm moving to joystick, and I haven't had the energy to start up with a new thing yet, so I'm just like, eh.
Sure.
You played a lot of Big Walk. It was a great game.
Big Walk is a phenomenal video game. Just the way that game engages with communication is so cool.
Yeah, you should. If you can hear the sound of my voice, you should buy some copies of that and get with your internet friends and all play it together because
Yes.
it's just a joy.
It is a mildly, like, magical experience, especially the way that game culminates.
Considering that art was born of the need for communication, a game that is art about communication, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Agree? Mm-hmm.
I know, I need to play it. I'll stream it at some point once I'm over on the Kinky website. Fuck Twitch.
I thought you were
All my
going
homies
to say
hate
Kinky
Twitch.
Hearts.
Did you have anything aside from Big Walk that you want to touch on, Bridget?
I mean, all the anime is the same. I've completed a few things. We watched The Ribbon Hero, which is a weird
kind of retelling of Princess Knight by Tezuka.
It's not even a retelling. It's like using some of the same characters. Like, it's very, I guess you would call it like in similar vein to Gatchaman Crowds, where if you squint, it technically is like...
Is kind of like the original, but also not really. Gatchaman Crowds. So
it has some neat visuals in it. Overall, though, it was okay.
For sure. Anything else aside from...
And then me and Bree watched through Onimai, the show about a guy being force-femmed by his sister.
And he fucking loves it.
And he learns to enjoy being a woman far better than they were a man.
I had seen clips of... I'm talking. I had seen clips of this before, and I had seen it around the internet memed, and the thing is, like, I thought this was an older anime than it is. It's still, like, within pretty recent years. Yeah. I see why it's had the trans attention that it got, because, like, it is... Wouldn't it be great if we could just do over our teen years as our true self and have someone to guide us through how to be our true self and help us along with that? Like, it is the fantasy, truly. Mm-hmm. And it got me to thinking, like, man, when I grow up, I want to be 12 too. But as some of you know, I struggle with a little bit of regression due to my lost time. But yeah, it's a really cute show.
It's a really cute show. However, it is also humongously anime pejorative.
It could be worse. I expected it to be a little less palatable, but it's actually, for what it is, it's quite stomachable. It's pretty good.
For sure.
I thought it was cute.
'Cause I don't think I have much of anything to talk about.
No.
Like, aside from the topic of discussion today, I can't... Like, I watched... Bree kind of alluded to it, but I watched The Drama, which is another movie from this year starring Robert Pattinson and Zendaya.
That fucking movie.
It's a great movie. That's a movie that will probably come up as a, like, proper discussion on
Yeah,
this
we can't talk about it too
point.
much because I might pick it, frankly.
Sure. But, like, it's highly recommended. Try to go in as blind as you can into that movie, because I think, much like Obsession, that movie is a fun litmus test to watch with other people.
Nightmare Blunt Rotation First Date double feature right there to kind of learn who you're dealing with.
Yes. But if that's all for catching up today, we can take a brisk walk through our feedback. You can find us on social media, put it on list.bsky.social, as long as Blue Sky is a thing that still exists anywhere in the near future.
Or Witch Sky, or anything that uses its base that is better than...
I'm on Witch Sky.
Actual Blue Sky.
I am using Witch Sky. It is pretty good. You can download videos.
But yeah, you can find us there. Put it on the list.neocities.org. You could find us on YouTube at Wife City Productions. You could find us anywhere major podcasts are sold. Like, comment, share us with your friends.
Find us on Hit Clips.
What? Hit Clips?
She's talking about the cool way to have music in your pocket at all times.
Oh,
just like
tiny boombox.
Every once in a while, Hit Clips comes on, and
file.
every single time it's been just long enough that I can't remember what the fuck you're all talking
it's
about.
Such a fucking funny idea. Just like you have a little keychain charm and you plug it in, and then you hit the 30 seconds of us saying some stupid bullshit
in the worst audio quality ever. Like, basically indiscernible as human discussion.
See, now we're going to get, like, a fan send us an old hit clip with a new label on it that's like one of our video thumbnails.
Look, I wanted to like the Horse Girls, but I just don't think this movie's very good.
Clean your stable, bucko.
Well, yeah. Emails at whitecitygaming@gmail.com.
Yeah. Did we have any emails?
No emails this week.
Oh, okay.
No
Waited for
emails,
its further
no
engagement.
YouTube.
They had to wait on it.
No emails, no YouTube, but plenty of Blue Sky engagement. You know, we have one comment in response to finding out what we were talking about this week from Dylan saying, "Can't wait for y'all's take on this one," and I'm very excited.
We have things to
get
say.
this movie.
Okay.
And then a whole bunch of them from Owen, who says,
Shout out to Owen.
"Bree, the covering your mouth while asking if the audio was okay bit was good. Keep up the good work. Don't listen to him. Don't believe his lies."
Why would you lie to us? He's our friend.
We both wish we could do it more.
Jay, this is my real voice.
This is what the people want.
First I'll break your body, then I'll break your audio.
Anyways, and then Owen says, fortnightly is the word you're looking for, meaning once every 2 weeks. Bi-weekly means with attraction to one's own week and at least one other.
That is true.
To which Dusty responds, Owen, Americans don't know fortnights. They only know Fortnite TM.
Yep. Good one.
Plus 2. Good
I
job.
loved the term Fortnite before it was ruined.
It's so funny to consider that it was called Fortnite because it was supposed to be some fucking dippy-doo-doo base builder thing before it
and
became
nobody
what it
used
was.
it. Yeah.
Yes,
No one played that shit.
and then they saw PUBG and were like, we should do
They
that.
ripped that off.
Yeah.
And they ripped it off, and it was the biggest game ever.
Yes. And then Owen said,
PUBG has Haruhi, so it's clearly superior.
but that's only in Japan.
Anything is better than a human
And just like the mobile
Scooby-Doo.
version.
Yeah.
Owen follows it up by saying, just suddenly remembered a time someone described themselves to me as weekly by, weekly spelt with a E-A-K.
Oh, okay.
Unless they meant weekly by, and I misunderstood with a double E in the weekly.
I'm bi-weekly.
Owen clarifies, has a correction for us. Correction desk. Stating the D&D day stands for day. It's basically a placeholder for when a date has not yet been decided. E.g., the operation will take place on D-Day and will involve ... There's also the term H-hour, which unfortunately just has the same origin and is not a niche nighttime TV block, but it should be.
So, wait, so it's hour on day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That's stupid.
Which is, I think is part of the reason why someone like myself gets it confused with decision day, because
It's basically just like
whatever the day we decide to do this on.
It stands for Dick Day.
Okay.
And then Owen says, the talk of set design in films made with craft made me wonder if you'd seen the story about Tom Holland returning from filming Odyssey to star in some Marvel film and realizing that having no scripts, sets, or costumes was a bad way to make a movie.
Yeah.
Which I guess, credit to Christopher Nolan on one thing at the very least, which is actually...
Making a movie.
making a real movie.
Yes, even if he films it in, Morocco or whatever. Yeah.
Indigenous land.
Yeah, on indigenous land. And then Owen follows that up by saying, oh, never mind, I just pressed play and Evie brought up in regards to that. And then regarding patrons, it was very much not a case of I don't care what you paint, just paint something from the Bible. It was more paint this exact scene from the Bible and use my face as a model for Jesus and depict my enemies as the lost and damned begging at his feet. Just like modern producers.
Yeah.
See, now I'm
Driven
thinking
by
of
spite.
now I'm thinking of like The Sopranos, where they're like, paint over Tony's face, make him look like a dictator or something.
Oh god, it's so fucking funny when Polly Walnuts takes that photo to that painting of Tony and Pyomai.
Yeah,
God.
and then can't stand having Tony staring at him in his living room, so he has it changed.
Basically makes him Napoleon, effectively. And
I
then,
continued to watch The Sopranos, by the way. We're in season 5.
we're getting close to the end.
Yeah.
We're getting there. And then one last comment, technically from Magumbo in regards to us, but it just seems like they kind of posted it apropos of nothing, unless they were listening to the episode where we brought it up, but says, fuck Legolas, marry Pippin, marry Aragorn, Sam, Gimli, kill Boromir. That's how...
Is that the anime about fire?
That's... Magumbo has it as Boromir.
Bromir, yeah.
Which is... what?
That's is Boromir.
Gandalf and Fredo.
Yeah, kill Boromir, Gandalf, and Frodo.
I cannot agree to this.
Yeah, no, I cannot. Oh, I can agree with some of it, but not all of it. And follows that up by saying, inspired by put it on list.bsky.social. Thank you for
Magumbo.
Thank you for pointing people in the direction of our podcast, Magumbo.
Even though I don't agree with your fuck, marry, kill list, I appreciate it.
They're all subjective.
Yes, truly, they are all subjective.
I think if you're out here saying that you should kill Gandalf, I think you're crazy.
Yes, Gandalf is a magical.
Yeah.
No pun intended, magical individual. He's a wizard that just hangs out with a bunch of guys and smokes weed all day.
Yeah,
he
that's
can't
awesome.
not
Great.
be cool.
Didn't you used to main him in Smash?
He was supposed to be in Multiverses. He was in like a preview
Yeah, it
building.
didn't
Have
get that
not
far.
passed.
Too overpowered.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we are. It's time to discuss.
Discuss.
Just
It's time to discuss.
The day is young.
We're less than half an hour into this episode.
We're finally getting good at this.
Well, I think it's also we just didn't have.
We didn't have much to talk about.
Yeah.
We earlier today we went for a walk and visited this delicious brunch place that had like just down home cooking ish sort of stuff, and it was delicious.
It was incredible.
It was very, very good.
On the walk over, we saw like more than 5 different cats. Like
There were dogs, there were
multiple
cats,
dogs,
pigeons,
plenty of corvids.
squirrels.
We had the entertainment of a bunch of people turning into a one-way street that was blocked off by a train
Oh
currently.
yeah, it was brunch and a show. It was great.
It was so funny,
From the show.
At a certain point, someone that was probably towards the front of the line, like, got out of their car and was just like, I took a look, and you could tell from the way they were signaling at the other cars that they were saying, like, I can see that the train is, like, going for, like, at least a mile.
Yeah, it's
or
going.
something
It was
like
probably
that.
going into the horizon line, and he's like,
Yeah.
"We gotta get the fuck out of here."
So just like helped direct people to back out of it, and eventually they did slowly make their way out. And the great part is, after they cleared that out, we got to see the new batch of people coming down the road and immediately busting a bitch and getting out of that one-way street. But anyways, it was a great morning. Far better than last night when we were watching this movie and all, except for Bridget, just generally having a really bad time.
oh yeah, this movie was very upsetting.
It was unpleasant holding my breath for an hour and a half.
So yeah, we watched the new hit of the summer, Obsession, directed by Curry Barker. Just came out this year, like honestly a month or so ago. like not been out in theaters very long. And the general premise of it is this fucking the incel.
Yeah, sad sack
Yes.
loser.
Like, if you have ever seen the meme of, like, it's a drawing of a guy who's like, oh, why do girls only like, assholes who treat them like shit?
Yeah.
Like, it's that guy.
Yeah.
It is that fucking guy. He is obsessed with, the one, girl who has ever, shown him, like, attention as a friend in some way or another. And he just immediately latches on to the idea that, like, he should be with her. He can, be her boyfriend. They would get along great and everything. And, he cannot get up the fucking courage to just fucking say it.
Yeah.
Like, probably because he knows he would probably get rejected if he did. And, as a result of that, at some point or another, he goes into a shop and buys the thing called a One Wish Willow that appears to just be some stupid tchotchke that, like,
Little
claims,
novelty thing, yeah.
yeah, it claims to, if you break it and say your wish, it will come true. And, after he fumbles the bag and trying to confess his feelings to her, he
doesn't even. Like, she prompts him to shoot his shot.
Oh
He's
yeah,
just
she
like,
gives him a perfect fucking window.
well, that's what I mean when I say fumble the bag, is like he doesn't even he doesn't even catch the bag. It starts to make its way into his arms. It's just like falls onto the floor.
Yeah,
He's just too chicken shit.
She's throwing, like, right down the middle, like...
I'm drowning in
outside.
garbage water.
Why do you say what? Why? Why is that the reference that you pull?
Because he's a garbage man. He's The bag he's catching
Yes.
is a pile of He can't even catch a pile of garbage.
Sure.
I feel like your metaphors have gotten a little twisted there, honey. But point is,
Yes, the point is he misses his shot. He's like dropping her off at her house. She's gone into the house after he fumbles the fucking bag, and he like snaps the thing. It's like, I wish this girl would love me more than anyone else in the entire world. And that's like the words he uses verbatim.
Yeah.
And shit goes bad from there.
Yeah.
It is a classic monkey's paw situation where someone words a wish improperly and it just all goes bad.
Yeah.
That movie, that might be the most genuinely scared I think a movie has ever made me feel in my entire life.
Like, we definitely were squirming a bit when we were watching The Substance. I'd never heard you scream from a movie.
Not scream. Like, I've, like, maybe yelped or
Yeah, sure.
I've maybe, like, exclaimed, like, oh my fucking god,
Yeah.
like, things like that. But nothing has ever, like, pulled a genuine, like, scream of terror that, like, I would probably naturally react with if a scary thing happened.
You did the Germa scream. You were like, ah! Like,
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
There are some like
you and I were like grabbing each other with our nails, like, ah!
so to get into it, like the ways in which it specifically goes bad. So essentially what happens to... main character's name is Bear. Name of the girl he's obsessed with is Nikki. The way it goes bad is that essentially what happens to Nikki is she gets possessed by some kind of demon or otherworldly being that is just, like, taken the place as, you know, the person that is, like, obsessively in love with him.
Yeah.
And there will be shots in that movie where she is so shrouded in darkness while there is still, like, light in the shot that you can effectively see all, like, no features, no discernible sign of, like, human characteristics on her.
The silhouettes are weirdly the worst sometimes of just...
Oh, they're absolutely the fucking worst.
Sometimes the main thing you can just see is like the reflection on their eyes, but nothing.
Those
It's like
shots.
a void with reflections.
It's unreal. Those, like,
the shots where like the thing that they're getting at is like she has basically become like a void of a person. Like there's nothing there except the love that she has for this guy. And like that is like represented in a lot of different shots of just like it's basically like a shadow person sort of thing.
Yes. Which, like, to get to talk about, like, the scene that, like, got me the most is, like, there's a part where they have fallen asleep in bed together and, you know, Bear wakes up in the middle of the night. It's, like, literally the witching hour, like, type shit. And, you know, she's not in bed with him anymore, and he, like, kind of lightly sits up and is, like, scanning around the room and cannot see her at all. It's like the classic, like, sleep paralysis. Like, I was talking to Bridget about this last night. I have only in my life once had, like, an experience of, like, sleep paralysis where, you know, you wake up, but you cannot move your fucking body at all. And there's something about the way that you are immobilized that makes you feel like you are being loomed over by, like, some kind of, like, demon or something like that. And the way that his POV shot of the room and what he can see is... I mean, it's a POV shot, of course, it's what you can see. Is, like, so perfectly tuned to how that feels that when the scare happens, which is that, like, in the room you can see, you know, like a dresser like off on the side. There's like
a coat.
Yeah, there's what appears to be a coat like behind the dresser in like the very back corner of the room. And, you know, he's like kind of calling out to Nikki, like trying to find out where she is. And you suddenly hear her like just whisper, "Go back to sleep." And you still can't see where she is. And then, you know, he's like, "Where are you?" And she like the thing that you thought was the coat hanging in the corner scuttles like a little bit more to center a frame, and it was fucking Nikki.
Yeah.
That like
broke Jay.
Yeah.
I literally screamed in terror, because like that is what it feels like to have sleep paralysis. Like, and it is like that fear made manifest of like whatever thing that you feel is like looming over you, like approaching you, and you're just like, oh.
Your two screams were that reveal and then her scampering back into it like a cornered rat. Like, just,
It should be said that, like, the actress who plays Nikki,
Indy Navarrete, I believe, is
incredible actor.
Yeah, it's just like, this is like, put her up for a fucking Oscar.
Yeah.
It's this powerhouse physical performance.
This movie doesn't work if it definitely doesn't work as like a horror feature. Like, if she's not able to like make those like movements seem like uncanny or like weird. And it's so horrible to watch.
Yeah, her faces as well. Like, the way that she clearly gets across these abusively fake emotions to fuck with them. That code switch to kindness on a dime she does sometimes when she's getting her way. Horrifying. The thing that may never leave the back of my mind, if I may, is the unnatural-looking Aphex Twin smile she wears early on that doesn't look like her face should be able to make it, and it gets across that feeling of being puppeteered by a fucking demon. Like, the way that it's just this, like, this feels wrong. Like, she can convey that so well. So many great... And like, the other thing, did we mention just that, like, you see these things pop out, like, early on, and then continuing on, where it makes clear she's not the one in her.
I don't feel like we're at the point of talking about that, because then that part of the conversation, like, kind of goes more into, like, thematic ideas of, you know, like incel mindset, like those kinds of,
for sure.
Right now I just want to take like the moment to like just specifically focus in on that actress and like the things that she does, because like talking about the facial features, like going back to the scene that I was talking about, like there's a shot of her where like in that corner, like after she is scuttled back in, where like she is like the demon, talking about like how she feels like he doesn't love her as much as she does, and like you can kind of like assume that essentially all they probably did was like they obviously cast in shadow, and what they probably did is they probably just didn't have makeup on her in that shot. Because, you know, Indy Navarrete is like a beautiful woman, but, you know, she, by virtue of any Hollywood production, you know, they are going to make up the person, and especially the women on screen, like a lot to like bring out the beauty of them as much as they can. So like they probably just did not put makeup on her, or if they did, it was very like uncomplimentary like makeup that like it makes her look like more pale and like gaunt in the face.
Yeah, she looks like a tragedy mask.
Yeah. Yes.
Like it's look. This movie kind of fucked me up.
No,
I was going to bed that night. I was thinking about that movie and still fucking like kind of freaked out, like just imagining like certain shots and things.
Yeah, I have never really been affected by horror movies. This was the first time I was like, I don't want to go to bed alone.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so glad it was, you know, like, because God, it really did fuck me up. I'm still thinking about it. It's still fucking me up.
I was having sweet baby dreams.
I was about to ask, Bridget, how are you feeling after the movie was over?
She thought it was hilarious.
You seemed like you had a thing that you were going to say about like how that movie fucked you up specifically.
Oh, like nothing in particular, but like there's stuff that was like where it's just like specific to me, like right off the rip of the movie, like it starts with this guy's cat dying.
Oh God, yeah.
And then,
how
like,
the fuck did the cat get into the medications? Like,
it's like what the hell? Where were you keeping the oxycodone, you fucking rube?
Yeah.
Like,
the oxycodone that, by the way, is not yours.
yeah.
Like, it has, like, I want to say
Barbara Bailey is the name on there.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, he's just using. Oh, that's just his grandma's because that was his place, right?
oh, right,
Yes,
his grandma's
yeah,
place.
yeah.
Okay.
He mentions it in like his opening speech where he's like practicing shooting his shot at Nikki, and like he talks about like his grandma's passing, and you can make the assumption that he is, especially with like the decor of that house that he lives in, that it is his grandma's old place.
Presumably he lived with his grandma.
Yeah.
At least in a way.
But yeah, off the rip starts with this fucking cat dying.
Starts with cat death, and like the cat being dead is something that comes up multiple times in the movie, including some. Oh wait, that's very not
Watch
cool.
the movie.
And
or don't if you cannot stomach that kind of thing.
You know it's automatically bad when he's like, he's not even telling his friends his cat died. Like, something so fucking basic that you should be able to tell anybody close.
yeah, especially if it's like the day it happened.
Yeah.
But another thing, I think like the cat dying was bad, but also there is just something about like hey, I for a lot of my life I was alone. I was a lonely jerk, and I didn't know how to talk to people.
I used to be a real piece of shit.
I used to be a real piece of shit, and there is just something about how like self-centered and cowardly Bear is, and just like doesn't consider women full on people, just like in the way that a lot of dudes don't. That it got under my skin. I was just like, oh, whatever happens to this guy is not going to be bad enough.
Yeah.
Because of how much I hate him.
Mood.
Which I feel like that, can kind of allow us to transition into the thing that you were trying to talk about, which, like, he, multiple times throughout this movie is having intimacy with, the love demon that has possessed Nikki effectively. And, like, I love that the movie, if you are a reasonable viewer who is watching the movie, from the jump of like the first time that any intimacy happens, it spells out immediately like, no, she is not in control in any fucking way at all.
Yeah. And we're going to get further into that detail, but the reason that I brought it up initially was because much like the code switching to like emotionally abuse him with her emotions, the way she code switches is like, this speaks so much to her talent, how she does that. There's also, it's very believable, and it's not an easy thing to convey, that like switch of like, this is clearly showing possession, not possession for a second, that little bit of clarity where she can come through. Like, that's so hard to act like that out. It's hard. Like, that's a really...
No, I mean, yeah, that kind of like switching on a dime is like, not just switching on a dime, but making it feel like as distraught as she makes it feel.
Yeah, the creepy smile where she's waiting for him to come home early on is the other thing where it's just like, anyone can do a creepy smile. It has no effect. It's when you pull it off that fucking well that that's the face that gives me chills thinking about
I think part of the trick to it is like there's like an animalistic tint to the smile that she does, where like she is tilting her head and like she's got her eyes, she's like hardcore smizing in a way that also just looks like someone like glaring at you like
it's the Aphex Twin guy. It's just
but man,
it's so fucked.
It's immensely fucked up, and like it just points to how much of a piece of shit Bear as a person is, that like he can see the way like it's clear immediately that the situation is just bad.
Yeah,
like it's
just
all
absolutely
bad.
fucked.
Like it's even like part of like we're introduced to like Bear and Nikki and also their friend group, like Bear's bro Ian, who's just like a shitbag.
Oh, God,
and Sarah,
He's a shitbag in a different way.
in a different way.
Yeah.
He's more just like a regular bro.
Yeah, is trying to like encourage Bear to like neg Nikki. It's just like, no, you gotta wait for like the right time on it, you know.
You have nothing but time.
Yeah, and when like you end up finding out later on that the reason he's doing that is because he's been fucking Nikki on and off.
And like, and Sarah, who is like
the innocent soul of the film, basically.
who is like the person who is like, aside from Nikki, is probably the most wronged by what happens here.
Yeah.
Like
she's the in that meme that I referenced earlier, she is the girl that is like, why do guys only like bitchy bimbos who walk all over them?
I'm making fucking mac and cheese and nobody can stop me.
That's Ian when he's like gets the $1 billion at the end.
But yeah, like so the two of them like don't really like, you know, they don't know about the whole demon possessing. So from their perspective, they just see
an
like,
abusive relationship.
Yeah, Nikki having some sort of like prolonged mental health crisis, and Bear just kind of like
taking advantage of it.
Yeah, not doing anything to help her through it, but just going like, well, I like how this is going for me, but like it's clearly.
To help underline just how much of a piece of shit Bear is for taking advantage of the situation, you know, there's the moment of her like first engaging intimacy with him where like the real her cuts through for like a second. The next morning, it's literally the next morning, she has made him breakfast, but also has dug his dead cat out of the yard and like just kind of laid it out on the floor with like a little memorial,
like a candlelight vigil.
Yeah, and he sees that, and his first response isn't to be like, I need to get out of this fucking situation.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
What have I done to myself?
Every step
what have I
of the
done
way.
to her?
There were a million signs.
It's just so...
I mean, it's not even just the million signs. It's literally being told, it's like, can I make the curse less bad?
Yeah. He just like, at every single time, he like, just like at every opportunity, he's like, look, I like this, but I don't like this.
Yeah.
I like her wanting to
part...
be against her will, but I don't want her to be crazy about it.
I don't want to be weird.
Yeah. And it's just like, there are so many moments of the people around him, like, being, like, essentially warning him, like, before he even buys the thing, he is, like, picking it up in the shop, and the shopkeeper is like, oh, yeah, you know, sometimes people bring it back and complain about, like, the wish going wrong or something like that, and he's just kind of 100% writing it off.
Yeah.
Like, the person is not telling you that, like, it doesn't work. She's telling you the wish goes wrong.
Yeah.
She told you.
Yeah. I
also
read
it has-
too many Spells R Us stories.
Yeah.
And also it has warnings on it about it.
Yeah.
I didn't read that shit.
But, like, it just points to how much of, like, a fucking stupid motherfucker that he is, that he's not taking these things at face value and just either going for it or going against it. Like, it's what makes him such a, like, honestly brilliant character, despite being as much of a piece of shit as he is because, like, he is hapless in the way that so many of those kinds of motherfuckers are.
Yeah.
Because, like, he has the issue, not in terms of, like, morally speaking, but just from his own perspective of just, like, he wants to still consider himself a good person after doing this. And so, like, he's like, is there a way that we can do this and it wouldn't be bad? And
the demon is like, I'm a fucking demon!
I'm a demon, man. What do you want from me?
You want to hear her spirit screaming in hell? I got that. You can talk to her.
Maybe
That's
the funny.
so fucking funny.
It's maybe the funniest joke of that movie is him calling the number on the One Wish Willow box and getting, like, what at first seems to be like just some disaffected, like, customer service goon.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it gets to the end of the conversation and you start to hear, like, a woman screaming in the background, and the guy's like, yeah, I mean, if you want
to talk to her, she's right here.
Yeah.
Which just tells you that this is a guy that's, like, literally in hell.
Yeah.
This is a customer service worker.
Customer service devil.
This is a demon in, like, a button-down shirt.
Okay, your punishment in hell is you have to do customer service work for the people who make bad wishes.
That's a funny implication.
That's real.
But it reminded me when he initially says to Bear, like, you know, do you want to cancel your wish? And he's like, no, don't go that far. Like, that reminded me of, like, The Substance. That very much, like, I still like the parts of this that are good, but can you make the bad parts go away?
Yeah, and it's just like,
it's like you didn't read any of the fucking situation.
Hey, apparently his situation isn't that bad, considering when he comes back to the shop, the guy's like, oh, is that all? You know? He's like, he implies that he's heard far worse wishes.
Yeah, well, it's the thing that it's
is that?
Like, that's my favorite thing about the back half of this movie. Is like, the whole back half of this movie is basically everyone telling Bear that he should fucking kill himself.
It's really
funny.
funny.
Like, the customer service guy on the phone tells him to do it, and the guy at the shop is basically, like, Bear starts to, like, zone out for a little bit, like, as it's, like, all really hitting him, and you can hear the guy listing off, like, you know, or you could kill yourself.
You could get somebody else to have a wish that cancels out yours, or, you know, if you want, you could kill yourself.
After you die, the wish goes away. So.
Yeah.
I need to talk about, like, the, you know, if you had any sympathy for this idiot whatsoever, the petulant way that, like, when it comes through, like, there's a bit where Nikki is sleeping, and you hear, like, Nikki come through, like, her mouth isn't moving, but you hear the voice from her going, okay, it's, don't wake me up. It's like, don't wake her up. Yeah, it's me. Like just say, like, kill me, please kill me.
And, like, this, he cuts in and is just like, well, what's so bad about being with me?
Yeah, what's it? And she...
the scene just, like, transitions out as she's just saying, kill me, like, starts
she
getting
also
loud.
said, like, I was never with you.
Yeah.
Like, that's not her.
Yeah, and it's like, but also, like, it's not that she was asleep, it is that she's asleep because he, like, dosed her with sleeping pills.
Oh.
Yeah, because he mentions having sleeping pills in his pocket later.
I didn't put that together.
I did not put that together.
That's fucking crazy.
God. That's fucking wild.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like, here's the thing though, Brie, is I think the magic trick that this movie pulls is, like, I think you should sympathize with Bear, like, at least a little bit, like, at a like base human level, like, because. Well, no, I have a greater point that I'm going to make here.
I want to see you land a plane on this one.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. In order to, sympathizing with Bear also allows you to sympathize with Nikki. Because, like, a thing that is kind of, like, I feel like really glossed over before the wish happens is that, like, in the same way that essentially all Bear wants is Bear just wants a fucking friend.
Yeah.
All, like, the one other guy in his life just treats him like fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
So the one time that a woman is like treating him with affection because, you know, he's a heterosexual guy, he's just like, oh, that means that,
I'm in love.
I'm in love.
Yeah.
I need it, when like he just wants someone who can care for him. But like Nikki makes a comment while he's driving her home where she's just like, you know, you're like the only person I can talk to about these things, where like you can feel that like she is also affected by like the same kind of loneliness that he is.
Yeah, is I think one of the things, among many things that this movie is about, it's about how masculinity is a prison.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like, you can tell, like, especially by the way that he kind of like shoves the death of his cat like down immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's probably still grieving from his grandmother dying.
Yeah.
He's definitely grieving from his cat dying.
Oh.
And like of course he would feel like I have to grab on, even if she is actually a fucking demon.
Yeah.
I need to hold on to this person because like I'm never gonna get any.
Although he also apparently must be dense as a rock because he can't notice the other girl actually liked him.
Oh yeah.
Well,
He
that
just doesn't care. That's not the one he wants.
That ends up being the thing about those kinds of fucking guys.
Yeah,
is
that you like, and the waitress liked him.
Yeah, the waitress seemed to not mind like having the interaction at all.
Like,
Like,
practicing.
He could have game.
Yeah.
yeah, like that is what I mean when I say like I think it's the trick that the movie pulls is like it should garner like a little bit of sympathy, or at least like a level of like empathy and understanding of like how that kind of individual like works.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I saw one person on Letterboxd talking about where like this is a trapdoor movie where like it is a perfect like litmus test of the kind of person who is watching it.
Yeah.
Because that movie can make you feel just sympathetic enough to Bear that if you are like Bear, you will be like, oh, he didn't fucking do anything wrong. And if you are talking to someone and they like they give you that kind of feedback, you could be like, I need to stay the fuck away from you. You should not be in my life. Basically.
Yeah, just like
the energy of having been both people, being trans, like that reading of where she's like kind of confessing to him that like, I'm so glad I have someone to confide in. You get that reading of like, here's a woman who is just trying to have this friend to let them know that she is there and that she wants to also be heard. And here's a guy going, dear brain cell subreddit, she feels safe around me. It's so Jover. Yeah. And like he looks so just dead in the eyes when she's telling him that. It's like, dog, you fucking prick.
You have the opportunity to like have a really close like friend relationship with this woman, someone who could actually like care for you, and you're getting fucked up over the fact that, you know, you can't fuck her. Basically, it's just like that is the male loneliness epidemic in a nutshell, is that. And that's why I love that this is like a trapdoor movie that like can help you suss out the kind of person that you are talking to.
I was really fucked up by just the non-con narrative in this movie, as someone who's been a victim of stuff, you know, just watching how much he takes advantage of this, even knowing that that's not her in there. But she has to experience it.
What's the cut that happens? So there's like the first moment of intimacy, and then there's like another one later on where it like basically just cuts from, you know, one mildly distressing thing to him having sex with her.
And she's looking off to the side.
It's the scene where he learns that her dad doesn't really have cancer.
Oh, right.
And he confronts her about it, and she freaks out in the restaurant that they're in, and he like settles it down, and then it cuts to them fucking immediately.
It's
like,
so fucked up.
It's just like, you fucking dickhead. Like, you know something bad is happening here.
Yeah.
But like because the demon will let you get your dick wet, you don't care.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Demon famous for getting dick sweat.
That's right.
Absolutely. Is it out of pocket to be like, I don't even really blame the demon all that much. Because it's just like, yeah, it's a demon. What do you expect? It's a demon. It only knows how to love you. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, it wants... You signed the fucking contract that said it will love you more than anything else in the world.
Congratulations, you summoned a succubus into this woman's body.
You summoned a succubus that specifically only wants you.
Yeah.
And anytime someone else is trying to, get with you, she's going to fucking smash through the car window and beat their face in with a brick.
And there's just you see this whenever the party scene is like a good example of this, where just as it seems like particularly bad, he just shuts down.
Yeah.
He just checks out.
Yeah, not my problem. Yeah.
He just refuses to take responsibility for anything that has happened.
It was fun explaining Big Jenga to Bridget, who hasn't been to a lot of drunk parties before. Yeah.
I mean, you don't even necessarily fucking Best of the Worst for their media have done essentially that.
Oh yeah, video.
The VHS.
That's not.
Well, that's what they're lampooning. They're basically doing
But that's just Jenga.
Yeah,
it's
That's
Big
Jenga.
Yeah, Big Jenga's just
Big
Jenga.
Jenga. I don't know.
With
Big Jenga is just Jenga, Bridget.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's Super Mario Brothers Jenga. Is that it?
Yes.
I mean, yes, Super Mario Brothers Jenga is also just Jenga.
There was this was very funny while we were watching the movie because we were explaining it, and she just kept coming back to this is for babies.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that we kept talking about how it's for adults who want to get fucked up.
Yeah,
Yes.
for 6-year-olds.
Yeah. It was like that for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the frown that she gets on her face
Oh
at
my
the party?
god.
It's so. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that keeps this movie from being something like a funny games or whatever.
Yeah.
Funny games or Possession.
Yeah, where it is frequently just actually really funny.
Yeah.
When she gets this big cartoon frown on her face and then goes to where this other girl is sitting, and for a second I thought she was just going to snap her neck right there.
Yeah.
But instead she
Slowly pulls
back
the chair out.
and then gets into her place and because the thing is that Bear was going to kiss this other girl.
Yes.
The other thing to note is that she doesn't end up bashing that girl's head in with a brick. It's more visceral. She bashes a brick through her car window, then bashes her head into the brick.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Jesus, just thinking about that's fucking me up.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's so
She goes
fucked.
for a while.
Yeah, it's so long.
And there's some shots where, immediately after that happens,
You get an exposed eyeball, which is always good.
Yeah, they take a nice couple seconds, it's a solid 5-10 seconds maybe of back and forth with Bear and Mickey, where the shot is just on the eviscerated face while they are talking.
Yeah, sister's head from Hereditary or whatever, where it's just we're gonna make you look at this, at what just happened. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I could go for a Hereditary rewatch, I think.
I mean, Hereditary is a good movie.
Have we put it on the list yet?
No?
We had a different Ari Aster movie on the list. We had Eddington on the list. But,
Anyway, what else happens in this movie?
what else happens in this movie?
I think the part where he tries to figure out a way to get someone else to do a wish for him to fix fix it is very funny because he relies on his stupid shitbag friend Ian, who has been just a stupid shitbag for this entire movie.
Yes.
And he manages to explain to Ian no,
the One Wish Willow is real.
It's real, and you get a wish. Please make a wish to fix this. Ian's I want $1 billion. crick.
Yeah, he says it jokingly because he's like, yeah, right, whatever. I want $1 million. And then money pours out of the ceiling over his head for the whole
they
scene.
just look at each other for a while it's happening.
It's just like a waterfall of money from nowhere.
Yeah.
It is extremely fun.
And then he walks through the door and gets shot in the fucking face.
Which that part's pretty good.
That is.
So, like, the thing that
I like that later, like when that happens, Ian's like, I got $1 billion, as if Bear wasn't there when it happened.
Well, first I was saying it's real, but like also just I imagine he went like, oh, I checked, this is real money. Like,
yeah. Well, the thing I wanted to say is like,
did that undo his wish? Did that money disappear after he got killed? Because dying undoes the wish.
Well, the thing that I was going to say is there's like multiple layers to why him doing the $1 billion wish is funny. Like, one, it's funny because the money is literally like just pouring down from the ceiling like a waterfall. Two, it's funny because Bear trusted the guy who is, for the most part, only had his worst intentions in mind throughout the entire movie. He's just like, you are literally the only other person in my life that I could try to ask to do this. Please do this. And it's just like, he's not gonna fucking do the thing that you're asking for. Man. And then the other funny thing is,
he would have had better luck if he asked Andy Richter.
It's
in this movie randomly.
Just very, very, very background. But
the problem is when Andy Richter talks, he's Andy Richter.
Andy Richter controls the music store.
Yeah, just like you can always, like, Andy Richter just has the Andy Richterest voice that anyone's ever had. And so you can always hear him whenever he's talking.
Yeah, but the third and more meta layer to like the $1 billion wish is that it just kind of really puts into perspective just how much fucking egg Bear has on his face for not knowing how to phrase a fucking wish.
Yeah.
Because, like, that guy, he just says, I want $1 billion. It's not a monkey's paw situation.
Yeah, he just gets $1 billion.
He just gets $1 billion.
Honestly,
I wish I had like $1 billion.
That's the IRS is going to come call.
No,
you're gonna have to figure something out for that $1 billion because people are gonna ask where you got it from.
I'm sure if he was still alive for a bit longer, something would have monkey pawed about that.
It'll be fine. Don't put it into your bank.
Well, liquidate those assets.
Well, if it's like $1,000 bill or what, if it's like it really depends on what denomination it is.
Yeah.
Because $1 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like $1 billion in like small bills, you don't have a house big enough to hold.
Jay and I have worked at places that just like, when you pay enough in cash, they're like, we need to sign this off.
I literally worked in customer service at a Nordstrom where people would pay off their Nordstrom like credit cards with like $9,999 because if they did 10K, they would have to fill out a fucking tax form to tell you where they got the cash from.
Now look, we don't like to assume things about people.
Nope.
We don't like to assume things about people.
Yeah.
And
where they got that money from.
Yeah, it was probably a way legit thing. And they probably used a One Wish Willow, and
I want 9,009. See, that's the thing. The perfect wish?
Yeah.
Like,
give me $9,999.
Yeah, or even just like anything $1 million or under, you're probably cool.
Yeah, sure.
But $1 billion? That's problems.
See, I was thinking I could wish for an Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, but there's a chance it could be like a real hot dog, and then I wouldn't want to drive a real hot dog.
I think more so it would just be out of repair. And
I think you would just need to say, I wish for the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
And then it would just like appear in the middle of your house.
Yeah.
Destroying your house.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
Because then you just live
can
in the
hot dog.
That's not necessarily a good thing. That's more of breaking even.
You claim the money on your destroyed house, assuming you're well insured, and you
see. That's the trick to a monkey paw wish is like understanding that there will be consequences and it's going to try to fuck you, but then just rolling with it anyway.
Yeah, prepare for it.
Doing girl math.
Yeah, yeah. If you're just like I love my demon girlfriend, then like you're good.
Yeah. The problem is that you didn't buy in enough to it.
Yeah.
Like, you got it. That's the thing. Ian, if he had done that wish with Nikki, he probably would have just fucking coasted through that and been totally fine. But again, Bear's too much of a dipshit who thinks he's a nice guy.
Yeah, dipshit sad sack.
Yeah.
The duct taped front door was another really good gag.
Oh, that.
Have a good day at work. You know, if you can't get the door open, you can just stay here.
Like,
Just-
The reveal on that is so funny because
so
there's
funny.
so much wind up about how he's about to go to work and everything.
And you can see some kind of... He is seeing something.
Yeah.
And you don't know what it is. Like,
yeah.
you in part think it's just him, like,
We
kind
haven't
of
even
like...
talked about how he ate his cat.
We were going to keep that as a secret for the viewers. But,
I mean, we were. That wasn't part of the plan. But no, yeah, you feel... Watching the initial, like, head-on shot of him, like, listening to her, like, talk to him, you feel like he's just kind of, like, freezing up at, like, the realization, and then you get the reverse shot where, when we say the door is duct-taped, fully covered in duct
like,
tape.
duct tape spiders, like, splatted it all over the fucking thing, like an insane fight. It's
Like,
crazy.
It cannot be understated that Curry Barker was originally a YouTube sketch comedy guy.
Yeah.
Because there are so many moments in this movie that are just funny.
Yeah.
Like, and that is one of those.
I was laughing, but also horrified. It was
Yeah.
a perfect blend. My lord, it just... Oh, fuck.
Every time that, like, you know, she is, like, screaming and banging on the other side of a door, and he will, like, say something that, like, calms her down, and she, like, flips like that, and it's just like, okay. Like, terrifying, but also hilarious.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah. Like,
I
when she's, like, there's the scene where... I can't remember what the crux of the conversation is, but, like, it's the moment where he's, like, finally just be normal. I just want you to be normal. Just be Nikki. And she does, like, the fucking walking backwards into the kitchen thing.
Oh.
Where, like, it's clear that they just reversed the footage.
Yeah.
But I want to know what it is specifically that she is just, like, so good at doing, like, weird robotic motions.
No, yeah, there's a bit where she's moving forward earlier in that shot, I think, where it just looks like a fucking, like, Tool stop motion video where it's like, oh my god.
Well, no, it's not that. It's in, like, kind of the final scene where he's come home after the $1 billion thing happens, and, like, the apartment is, like, fucking torn apart, and she is, like, hoisted up the body of Sarah, like, in the like, living room area, and
I mean, it happened before then, though, like, in the window when he's leading up to that.
Well,
was she?
No, like that's when like right after he gets home, she's like walking past the window.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the shot that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
like
she was moving forward in that, but it continued later when she does the reverse.
She wasn't moving forward in that. She's, like, moving to the side, like, to, like, position herself behind him effectively.
She was, like, behind the window in the shot I'm talking about. It was weird.
Claymation face bitch.
We could go back. We could have gone back to the tape and looked at it, but
I would prefer to not look
I
at
don't ever
that
want to see this
again.
movie.
and also Bridget just deleted the movie immediately after we watched it.
Yeah, yes, she did.
Probably for the best.
But no, yeah, I can't remember where I was going with it. Oh, I was talking about, like, the kitchen scene where she, like, does the backwards walk, and she does, like, a weird fake out where she starts to look like she's about to run towards him, but then immediately snaps back into the position, and it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. Did bad things to me.
Yeah.
But, like, he talks about how, like, you can have the bed tonight. I'll go sleep somewhere else. And she has this, like, long monologue essentially talking about how she's going to fucking slit her wrists and, like, vividly describing the feeling of bleeding out from that. And
Or you could stay with me.
Or you could stay with me. It's just... And it's another one of those moments where she is, like, just a void of a person. She is silhouetted, and it's... Oh, it's awful.
Oh, yeah, like during the party scene where she recounts a different version of Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's another bit of the party scene where she just, like, she's like reading this stuff from her phone.
Yes.
Like, it is just this completely unhinged, like, retelling of Hansel and Gretel. Like, and just like when she's done with it, like, no one says anything because it's just so weird that no one there knows what to do about
I think
it.
you should leave level, like, cannot chill vibes.
It's a very, I think you should leave movie at time.
It's like
it's a book I'm working on.
Yeah, it's a very, I think you should leave movie. It's a very Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah.
To the point that Bridget, when I first, like, brought this movie up in discussion after the last podcast, she is like, oh, so it's like the Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, there's an episode of Twilight Zone. It's not a super serious. It's one of the more quote unquote comedic ones where a guy gets like a potion of love to make a woman obsessed with him, and after he does that, he realizes, like, oh, this person is actually obsessed with me. This is bad. This is not normal. And then he goes back and is like, well, I have this one potion to fix it. If you give it to her, maybe it'll fix. And he does something and drops it. And then when he goes back to the place, the shop isn't there. And he's like... Well, now I have to live with the lady who I've brainwashed into...
I was going to say, even though the effects are obviously magnified by this being, like, an insane demonic force, like, it is fun to have them put the mirror up of, like, so, like, your idea of obsession being a good thing when it comes from you, you know, the narrative of, like, I want them to be obsessed with me, the way that you are obsessed with women as a character like this, to the point that you dehumanize them as this idealized, like, perfection to you, like... How does it feel having that turned on you is a brilliant narrative where it's like, how do you want to be fucking objectified as everything? Huh? How is that?
You know, I did not consider that side of it, where it's just like, now you are the object of affection, and it feels fucking alienating, dude, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think a big part, like a significant component of this movie is the idea that is like, the incel idea of, like, a partner being just like, this is a person who only exists for me, to gratify me, to, like, exist as a component of my life.
Yeah.
And, like, taking that, like, and just, like,
extrapolating it all.
Yeah, and just, like, turning it to 11. And it's sort of being disastrous because of that.
And, you know, I feel like at this point we've hit most of the main beats in, like, everything leading up to the actual, like, ending of this movie, which, like, I adore the way that this fucking movie, like, ends the end that you have to, like, Bear's story, where like it's finally, like, fully sinking in on him that, like, the only way he is going to break this shit is by fucking killing himself.
Well, also his friend group is dead.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like his
that's what it took.
Yeah, it took his whole fucking friend group dying for him to realize that, like, he has to fucking kill himself.
A very mouth-washing situation.
Sure. Like, and, you know, he somehow from somewhere Nikki got a gun, and he managed to, you know, get it away from her, like, when he, you know, locks himself in the bathroom, and, like, he spends a long time, like, just kind of, like, trying to position it against his chest.
Do I shoot myself in the heart? Do I shoot myself
in the brain?
And then he like just kind of like stops and
kind
is
of
like,
chickens out.
Yeah.
and then he remembers that he has the fucking oxycodone in the cabinet, and he, you know, takes one pill, then he, you know, chugs the whole bottle and sits with it for a bit. And then he starts to fucking try to make himself throw up.
Yeah.
Just will not even commit.
Just cannot bring himself to fucking get out of the situation entirely. Like, essentially, that is the moment of him realizing, like, no, I can
live with it.
I can still salvage this.
Yeah.
However, you hear as he's, like, getting ready to the fucking snap of the willow, and Nikki has, like, possessed Nikki has snapped it to make it so that he loves
her
him
as much as she loves him.
Yes, so he cannot make himself throw up, so he goes out into the living room and he, like...
Quickly dies in her arms,
Yes.
foaming at the mouth.
And the possessed Nikki almost kills herself as well before he dies, which immediately snaps her out of the possession, and
Now she is entirely scarred physically and mentally for life in this body that just made her go through all of that shit.
not just that, but like surrounded by all
Surrounded
of
by
the
dead bodies of her friends.
Yes, like
Like-
literally, it's
There's no happy end.
it's one of those things where like I cannot imagine how harrowing watching a movie like this would be if you have not like gone through that kind of abusive relationship at some point in your life, because like I imagine that is such a vivid metaphor for what that kind of thing feels like to a person, where like you finally manage to get out of that situation, and you immediately realize just how awful it was.
Yeah.
Like just it is bodies all around you effectively.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah. Like it's that ending is, and you know, you not only do you have that, but you know, the movie does not fade to black immediately. It does like a cutesy, like kind of incorporating the credits into the scenery, where like the camera like goes from like a head-on shot of Nikki to like swinging down towards the floor, and then giving you like an upside down shot of like the television that was in the room, and the credits like play on that.
Yeah.
And the whole time you are just hearing Nikki like crying and screaming.
Yeah.
Bawling hysterically.
Yeah.
As one would in that scenario.
Yeah. Like it's... What's up, Bridget?
I'm just like imagining, you know, Andy Richter's gonna be like, where are all the employees? Like,
3 no-call, no-shows in one day, including your daughter. That's crazy.
Like, it's... Another similar joke that I saw is someone saying, like, you know, I want to see a spin-off movie that's about the detectives who have to fucking make sense of this crime scene
That
that
would
they
be
see.
fascinating.
What the fuck happened here?
Yeah, I think it was a murder-suicide, I guess.
It's like, we found there's a dead cat in here that's like been partially cooked.
The doors were taped over, but like it's not like they were trying to asphyxiate themselves. It's like...
Yeah, that's the bit that we didn't fully touch on, was she sends him to work with a sandwich that it clearly becomes obvious was made of his cat.
There was a bit earlier on in the movie where he's joking with possessed Nikki about how he would like to be like a food critic or something like that. And, you know, she sends him off to work with like a sandwich all packed up, and it has a cutesy note of like, oh,
For my little food critic.
For my little food critic, and you know, you only see that side of the post-it note, and then, you know, Sarah is like with him while he's eating the sandwich and turns the post-it note over. Is like, what's a verdict cat? What does that mean? And he has the slow realization of like, oh, she made me eat my fucking cat. Like, just awful. Evie, I'm sorry I put you through this as a cat lover.
We didn't realize how immediately and how drawn out the cat death would be.
Well, I knew that the cat thing would be a bit more drawn out. I didn't know how immediate it was going to be.
Like, it smacks you in the face with that so early.
Yeah.
Like,
I appreciate that whenever we start talking about it, Bridget just looks over at me like,
Are you okay?
you okay?
like being the Jewish kid in class when the teacher's like, we're going to talk about Hanukkah today, and everyone looks at you.
Alright. Anyways, I feel like we're on to final thoughts, yeah?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. As the person who picked this movie, great! Fucking phenomenal movie. I don't know when I'm ever going to be in a place that I would want to watch this movie again. This is one of those movies like The Substance or Possession, where, like, I can watch it as a horror fan and be like, that's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen in my fucking life. I don't think I can be ready to watch that movie again, like, anytime soon, because it is so deeply uncomfortable as a thing. But yeah, easily one of the best movies I've seen in recent years. Highly recommended. Just be aware, it's going to be a rough time.
Yeah, this is going to be a bad time.
Yeah. Bree, what are your final thoughts?
Gosh, I mean, come back to me. I had something, but I need to find it.
Evie, final thoughts?
It's a really good movie. It's harrowing to watch. I'm going to be thinking about it for a long time, hence I think. What's the name of the actor who plays Bear? Because I think he's good in this movie.
Michael Johnston.
Michael Johnston. I think he's good at being this little twerp.
Yes.
And it was very good. I think I probably could watch it again sometime in the future. I think it would be really fun to see this in a movie theater.
Yes, I am kind of sad that I did not see this one in theater.
I mean,
we had all the lights off, you know, we did what we could.
I'm sure it'll play somewhere around here. That's the point.
Oh, probably. Okay, so I got my thing.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, like, you know, obviously, as we said, you know, like, Indy Navarrete, just incredible actor. And I wanted to mention, like, I was curious because this was, like, a film from last year, like, you know, has this, you know, properly given her acclaim? And it has. And the only thing that I see here is just like, well, it looks like she moved on to doing things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is like, that's boring and probably doesn't give her room to flex as an actor, but at least she's making that bag. That's good.
Good for her.
This movie, like I said, I'm not usually affected by horror. Psychological horror really does do it more for me. And like, I've similarly not ever been this fucked up by a horror film ever. It's really, really good. It's really very harrowing and unpleasant. I loved this film. It was a good film.
Okay. Bridget, what are your final thoughts?
It was an interesting film. I feel sorry for the demon. I feel sorry for Nikki, Sarah. Maybe not so much the guys. Actually, you know what? Guys suck. That's what the lesson of this movie was.
Yeah,
Be a lesbian.
is prison.
Yeah. Worked for me. Yeah.
I enjoyed the creature feature aspects of this film. It was not as scary for me. Mackenby gave me more audible.
Yes, you did have audible reactions to Mac and Me versus this film.
Here's a question for you, Bridget, like right here at the end of the podcast. What was it like watching this movie, like all three of us, like, were just...
absolutely terrified.
Like, terrified, and you were just like, eh.
I mean, it's amusing.
I mean, to be fair, I was essentially in her position when watching Mac and Me, where, like, everyone else was screaming in terror, and I was like, is great.
Yeah, I mean, I without the close ones I love screaming, this would be less of a movie for me.
All right. Well, with that in mind, it's your turn. Where do you take us from here, Bridget? Are we in garbage time? Is it garbage time?
No, it's against the rules to be garbage.
No, garbage time in this context meaning like the last rotation, so we're all just using our wild cards.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to me picking like the wind in the wheels or something.
Yeah. No, not like that.
I had a hard time picking. I had three choices.
Mm-hmm. 3? You told me 2.
Well, I added a third one possibly. And Bree was like, I want something more jovial.
Well, I need something a little bit softer on the palate after this.
And so I was like, you know what? It's finally time. Is it the best movie? No. Is it an interesting movie? Yes. We're going to watch a 2008 animated film by Madhouse by the name of Hells.
Oh, okay, for sure. Is that the one that's got like the Joe Hisashi, or is this?
No.
What was the third one?
Children of the Sea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
However, I was thinking to myself, and I was like,
that's not jovial.
That's not jovial, and also I want a bigger TV to show that on. That thing's beautiful.
Listener,
Bridget lambasting me for my size of television.
Yeah, listener, Bridget has been angling for us to get like a bigger, more 4K TV.
Yeah.
Not even 4K, just one that we can see things.
We can see things!
You can't play Sonic Crossworlds without getting lost in your thoughts.
That's Sonic Crossworlds like not being made for proper 4-player.
It's because the TV's so small.
I can play Mario Kart just
That's
fine.
because it's like a big open road. You had trouble with like the smaller Mario Kart. The previous one. Anyways,
listeners, chime in. Do we need a bigger TV? Make your voices heard. Sign up for the Patreon.
Users, our TV is so small.
It's not that small.
It's a normal size.
It is not. It's slightly smaller than normal.
Mrs. Silver Spoon grew up with a 4K TV in her house movie theater last. Anyway, I'm Bree.
I did not grow up with a 4K TV.
Yeah, you did. It existed before.
I was watching Dragon Ball Z on VHS on a tuning TV, one where you got a dial. So don't call me fat.
I don't know what that's in reference to.
Oh, it's the sketch from what's it called? The Mr. Show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know, Mr. Show.
Anyways, we're watching Hells. Feel free, viewers at home, to watch it before we watch it, or you can watch the Team 4-star dub it has.
I love making jokes to the listener because I know it's like 5 people.
Yeah. But they're all cool people.
Yes,
really cool.
We appreciate each and every one.
Quality over quantity when it comes to fandom.
Yeah. But anyways, Bridget, where can people find you on the internet?
For now, twitch.tv/Sasquatchless.
Okay. Until they do not make the AI thing opt in, and it's just for like
Opt out. They automatically opt out.
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
Anyway, I'm Bree. You can find me over on joystick.tv/easybreezytv. That's still EAZYBREEZY I'm going to make the things kinkier because of the general feeling of that site. So 18 plus stuff. It's a pretty clearly adult website.
I'm really excited for this 18 plus Donald Duck stream.
Oh yeah, no, playing Kingdom Hearts with a vibrator in my ass is going to be...
I don't want to continue down this road. Evie, can people find you on the internet?
there's no way that opt-out button does anything.
It doesn't.
They're definitely training. They're still training your volume.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah.
That is the
They're
illusion
totally
of choice.
lying to you. Anyway, you can't find me on the internet.
Alright, that's great. People can find me on the internet, but I'm not going to tell them where to. I will tell you where to find the podcast, though. You can find us at putonlist.neocities.org, putonlist.bsky.social, YouTube at Wife City Productions. Anywhere a major podcasts are sold, you can send emails to wifecitygaming@gmail.com. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Share us with your family. We're talking about a popular piece of media right now. It's big and booming.
Yeah.
This is the episode that
That's
finally
right,
puts us
Hells.
on the map.
This is even more recent than Sinners.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.
You're being lied to.
You are being... We didn't even talk about the real InfoWars.
Oh, yeah.
My dick is killing me!
What reviews connected by cast or crew, deciding the next film, that's the gist. Put it on the list.